Have you ever wondered what the best way to start Kola Peninsula is? Well, in this video, the first in a series of 23 episodes, we're going to go over just that. Welcome to Kola Peninsula, everybody. Let's get started. The first thing I like to do is blow down the fence by honking and running over some of these barrels and crates just to get them to move, and then we're going to leave and go activate some tasks. Kola Peninsula is an exploration-based region, and most of the tasks and contracts are going to be driving to one waypoint or another. And so if we get everything activated before we start exploring the map, then it'll be much more efficient as we drive around instead of having to make multiple trips to the same location. Just over the hill here, we'll find our last task to activate. This is the pit stop task, where we'll need to haul this scout fuel trailer out to a camp that's located out in the middle of the map. We'll get it activated and we'll hook up to the trailer right away and take it with us. This will be the last task that we actually complete because we're going to use this fuel as we're doing work out in the map, so we don't have to come back to the garage each time to refuel. There's only one gas station on this map and it's right by where we picked this trailer up. Now that our fence is down, we can leave the garage parking lot. This will be our primary place of departure from the garage as we're doing work on the map. The first thing we'll want to do is get the Forgotten Prototype contract activated. That's the one that we're going to be working on this episode. And then we'll activate Almost Afloat and we'll make a waypoint on each of the marks. This will be our path that we take to head out and start exploring. We're not going to worry about the watchtowers right now. We'll come back and get those on the next episode. Once we leave the garage, we're going to be on the frozen lake now, and we have mud tires, so losing control is a very big possibility. You want to try to drive in places where you can see there's snow on the ice in order to keep traction. And when you leave the snow and head out on the ice, you want to make sure you're pointed in the direction that you need to be going, because you really can't steer at all. Following this contract, it's taken us to the first camp in the map, and we'll find a series of tasks that we can activate while we're here. We don't want to turn this trailer in right away, so we're going to make sure not to go over the yellow square that's up there to the left by the tent. We'll get these 3 tasks activated, and then on the third one here, we can just drop the trailer. We're going to leave it here. This will be our fuel point while we're working around the area. So we'll get topped off. The next stop is going to be up at the factory, which is just up ahead and to the left. Now that we've reached the factory, we can activate the factory skyline task, and we'll need to drive across 4 different waypoints in this old abandoned factory to search it out and explore the area. Now that we have factory skyline done, we'll have to get turned around so that we can get back out of here and continue on with the exploration. Now to leave here, we can go over this junk pile, but I hit it way too hard. But that's alright, I got the first crash out of the way. Got a giant dent in the side of my Hummer. Now I can relax a little bit and not be so worried about screwing up. Just up ahead, there's another task to rebuild a bridge. So let's get this activated. This is the only bridge in the entire region that we get to rebuild. It does have some uses, but it's not very much. So we'll head back up to the factory, we'll go back in the way we did the first time, and then we'll take a left this time and head up to the logging station and the sawmill. We have 2 more tasks to activate in that area. In my opinion, Kola Peninsula is kind of a region where you have to start looking at things like, instead of worrying about not taking any damage at all, instead consider sacrificing your truck a little bit in order to get through an area. Some of these challenges require you to have momentum to get up and over something or across something, and that momentum oftentimes causes suspension damage or engine damage. But I would rather get through it than have a perfect truck that's not damaged at all. So this is where we're going to have to start playing more strategically and being willing to sacrifice a little bit in order to get something done. So we've activated 2 more tasks in this area. And now we can go up and out the back side of the sawmill, and we'll be able to head over to the railway station. Alright, now we've reached the railway station. We can activate 3 more tasks while we're here. Okay, that's the last of them. Now we'll switch to the Forgotten Prototype contract, and this is a contract where we need to discover the Prototype Exploration Unit, which is also kind of known as the radar trailer. And here's our unit. Let's get connected to it, and then the first thing we're going to do is scan the area right where we're parked here. As you can see, we haven't uncovered very much of the map, so we'll activate the radar. Alright, let's just drop this here. We're going to head over to our waypoint there, pick up that upgrade that we just revealed. And we've discovered our first upgrade of the region. This is the raised suspension for the TUZ 16 Action, which is a truck that we will be getting on this map. So now heading back out of here, we'll go down the tracks and then we can just follow them around the corner. We're going to go up and get started on the self-contained antique task at the same time since we're in the area. And we found the little TUZ. So I'm going to repair just the gearbox so that when we pull it, it'll drive itself. Even though the gearbox wasn't fully damaged, it's damaged enough to where it'll pop out of gear into neutral if you start the engine. And if that happens, it's very difficult to get it moving again because it seems like it wants to sit with the brakes on. This is a good spot to leave it, I think, so we can shut the engine off, top it off with fuel, and that way the next time we come through here, we'll have a small fuel reserve that we can use with whatever vehicle we're driving. And there's an upgrade location discovered close by. It's right up on the top of the hill there. We're not going to go up there right now. We'll come back at another time and pick that up. The next thing that we're going to want to do is the track walker task. So we'll mark out each location, and this is where we're going to be headed. We'll make sure to scan along the way a few different points, and we're going to top everything off with fuel before we go. And we've revealed a couple more tasks, knee deep in Foreigner, and also the Tuz 16 Action is right up there. We're not going to go and discover it just yet. We'll get turned around. We need to deliver the prototype trailer to an area that's back by the garage. So we'll backtrack and head back the way that we came. and we've discovered another upgrade. This is the all-wheel drive upgrade for the Ford F-750. Now the rural spelunker task has a waypoint just up the hill at the lake cabin, so let's run up there and get it real quick since we're over here. Forgotten prototype is now complete. We can scan here one more time just to open up this back area. On the next episode, we're going to run down the south end of the map, opening up watchtowers and doing a couple more contracts. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.